Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas A&M Aggies. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Harrington. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. On the option. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Trying to get the corner. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. The Aggies are in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. He turns that loose down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but no penalty into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action on first down. Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Turning it on. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
Run in the red zone. It's Blaylock. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This quarterback part of their running game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll go with a direct snap. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for the edge. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Just smothered on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the 1st quarter. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Reed. Left side is Owens. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Aggies are rolling down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeps it himself. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Reed on the play action. Right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Johnson. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using his feet. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Making the adjustment. Reed. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Now the toss. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. So now on comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And be accepted, and they'll move him back. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. A quick pass to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
To the air, it's Mateer. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Powers through the defender. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Right side, it's Thomas. Still running at the 40. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Long way to go on second down. Got a man, it's Blaylock. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to pass, it's Mateer. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He makes the catch at the 10. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Throwing Reed. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
You know, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Pulls it in, it's Hansen. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Trying to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Throws to the wideout. This time he's got his man. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Edwards. Plows through the defense. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The give to the left side. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The quarterback sneak. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Aggies want to pick up the tempo. Push forward on the sneak. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got an alley. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To the air, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Working the middle, it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Direct snap, runs through the tackle. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Across the 25. Flying down the right side. Touchdown Sooners! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that 4th down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a first down punt. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the right. Almost picked off.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Left side, it's Johnson. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll send the back in motion. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Trying to get started. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The sure hands, it's Blaylock. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Look out! Gets rid of it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Makes a man miss. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Sategna. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw one first. Looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. Gonna let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Reed unloads to the right. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Gonna look downfield again. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Caught all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Again, it's Reed. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game.
Wide open spaces. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Here's Robinson one more time. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Reed. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Aggie. He got a step and just dusted the field. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. To the air, it's Mateer. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Throwing Reed. Gets open down the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Drops back on first down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Texas A&M going up tempo. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Reed to the air again. They're all over it. Makes a grab. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish. So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this two-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. Dangerous throw near the goal line.
Great job defending by the defense there. That guy could have had an interception in the end zone that time. As a result, the offense comes away with 6 points.
Chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with? Who's better? Who's going to make the playoff? Big feather in the cap, big